Maybe you've been asked this before, but I gotta ask you. Obviously, Mark Martin said you were the best thing since sliced bread. You came in, setting the world on fire, get into the Cup Series, have some struggles, but still win races. When you get to Penske, man, you're literally setting the world on fire. Like, what do they have? What was missing, or what did they have that you needed? Something had to have changed between those two organizations.
Me, probably more than anything. Think about this. So I was 15 when I signed with Joe Gibbs Racing. They had driver development programs back then, to where they bought all our Pro Cup stuff that I was racing at the time, and paid me to drive a race car when I was 15 years old. How crazy is that? Right? That never happens anymore. That is insane. Yeah. So that was but I started driving there as a 15-year-old, and it's hard for, I think, anybody to. You get used to seeing, hey, there's little Joey that his parents got to drop him off at the shop because he doesn't have a driver's license. And it's hard as I grow up to become a man in that setting and a leader when you're still looked at as kid. Hey, there's a little Joey that can't drive to the race shop, yeah. Right? So I think I had some challenges there, and I didn't know how to overcome that at the time. And I didn't have any stats or anything behind me to prove any theory that I had or say what I needed to go fast, because Xfinity racing over there was really good for me, right? I won a ton of races, but Cup racing was really tough, and I jumped into it and I got my butt kicked week after week after week after week, and eventually you get beat down and you're just, I don't know what I need. I don't even know where I'm off. I gotta, you gotta take a step back and try to understand it. And I think over time I started figuring out more about myself and what makes me click as a person, as a driver. And I think over time I kind of was able to get closer to that. But it's still hard for me to break that mold of little Joey. And it just got to the point that I think, Gibbs just realized that, hey, we're just not winning races, right? And it's plain and simple. It's a performance business. You don't win, you're out. I get it. I don't blame him. I was very fortunate to get the opportunity to drive for Roger Penske. Just the stars aligned perfectly. And I was able to walk into Team Penske as a 22-year-old or 21-year-old, however old I was, 21 or 22, but I had 4 or 5 years of experience under my belt. I've been racing for a while. I know how big teams work. I know what I needed around me as far as personnel and attitude, and been able to just kind of have that. And I think, I was walking into a car that needed some stability. Mm-hmm. They went through 3 drivers in a year, right? So they needed something that kind of got them to where it's something steady, and we grew together, right? It wasn't like at Gibbs, I jumped into Tony Stewart's car that won 2 championships. I'm not Tony Stewart.
Right.
Just not.
Yeah.
Not going to be, don't want to be. I want to be Joey Logano. And I was able to really do that better in a more mature way at Team Penske, and it's been successful.
So it was new life. I mean, really,
yeah,
change the scenery.
It's a second chance.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to have that second chance because I was looking at. My options were going back to Xfinity
full time with Gibbs.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
That was my option.
Yeah.
And
I think Brad really wanted you there too as a teammate.
Brad helped a lot.
Because I remember the day when Brad walked in my house and he's like, hey, what do you think about Joey being my teammate? Because, we talked about it a bit, and I know Brad was really excited to get you as a teammate. So
Yeah, he helped a lot. I remember, there's been plenty of times before that we talked and tried to make it work, and the timing was a little bit off from just from the contract side that I couldn't go or there wasn't room or it just wasn't going to work at the time. And then when that 22 ride opened up, it was like, oh, this is perfect because I was going to take a step back to Xfinity. And you know how that is. Once you already made a name for you and you take a step back, making that jump back up,
it's hard.
Is nearly impossible.
Someone
and if you do, it's
going
to be not a very good car.
Someone else is already in the process of already making their name going up, so you're going to get back in line behind them.
Yeah, exactly. But I got lucky there for sure.
Spotting is hard, but moving is even harder.
But we can make it easy. Use OfferPad or OfferPad.com to sell your home, and TJ is going to load up the truck and help you move your stuff.
No, OfferPad will help you move, and that's no joke.
OfferPad.com. Move freely.